Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today in the Crazy Baker kitchen I'm going to be doing a Baileys frosted brownie. Now this is not what you call a brownie, which is like the thick chocolatey one. This is going to be more like a cake. Please subscribe and please share, and don't forget guys, your recipe is below the video in the description, and also you can find it over on my Facebook page at Traditional Bakery. Anyway, we'll get right on with the video. And for your recipe, you want 55 grams of softened butter, 115 grams of white chocolate, 53 grams of Baileys original cream, and 175 grams of icing sugar. First thing we want to do is put your butter into the bowl. Then add in your chocolate. And now we're going to pop this into a microwave for just around about 1 minute. Now we do not want to overcook it. We just want to melt it slightly. Right, just give it a good stir around. Like I said, we're only just melting it. It may take a bit longer to melt down in the microwave due to the type of chocolate you're using. And it looks like this. I'll have to go back into the microwave. You can also melt the chocolate down and the butter on the hob, and best to use a double pan. That's where your base pan has got hot water in it boiling, and then you put another pan on the top to melt it. It's almost clear now. So what we do now is add in your Baileys. Oh, I'm not going to drink it first. And just give that a good stir in. Oh, you can smell the aroma of the Baileys. As you can see, the colour is changing now. It's starting to look like Baileys. Right, that'll do. Now what we need is your machine. Right, the best idea is to use one of these creamers. If you haven't got one of these, you'll have to use a beater. Right, and we just attach it to our machine. Now we'll just add all this into the machine bowl. Now what we want to be doing is popping this on first speed. Right, we'll stop it. And now we'll add in your icing sugar. Now, if you've got one of these gadgets on your machines where it sort of just turns it in, use that. On most Kenwoods, you've got one of these, and it's called a folding gear. So we'll just pop that on. And this stops your kitchen getting full of icing sugar. Mind you, you can still see it. It still does the same, but it's not as bad. Right, we'll now knock it on to first speed. Now pop it onto second speed. Really just getting this nice and blended in. And also getting a little bit of air into it. Well, that's now ready. And all we need now is to put it into a bowl. And for the recipe, you want 225 grams of butter, 225 grams of plain flour, 18 grams of baking powder, 225 grams of Castor sugar, and you want 180 grams of egg. Also, you want 107 grams of Baileys. Now, we've used this bowl previously. You can still use this bowl. Don't need to wash it, just use it straight afterwards. So in that bowl, we're going to put our butter. Now this is softened butter. And our Castor sugar. And once again, your creamer. So we'll pop that into the machine. And we'll start mixing this on first speed. And now we'll knock this on to second speed. And all we're doing now is mixing this up so it's nice and light. When it's white, it's almost ready. And now we'll start adding in our egg. Just to add a bit at a time so it just clears. And now that's ready. Right, now all we need to do now is put our flour in. This flour has actually been sieved previously, and also our baking powder. So we'll just pop that in. And also at the same time, we'll just put in our, oh no, I shouldn't be drinking it first. Put our Baileys in. And all we're going to do is fold this in. Right, and that's ready. And all we need now is our tray. And some paper. This is baking parchment, or you can use silicone paper or any type of baking paper you like. And all we're going to do is put it in and line it. And now we can pop our oven on. Your oven temperature wants to be 180 Celsius. And we're going to be baking it in the oven for around about 25 to 30 minutes. The oven's on, and now all I'm going to do is take the beater out. And get your spatula and give it a good fold. And we'll pop it straight into our tray. And all we need is to spread it out. Right, we'll get her into the oven. Right, it's ready. We'll get it out the oven. Yeah, that feels lovely. All you need to do is just touch it and if it springs back, it's ready. Another way of testing is with a probe, and all you do is prod it in, and if it comes out clean, it's ready. Now remember, this is a type of brownie which isn't that type of brownie, you know, the one that's supposed to be chewy inside. So we're fine. We're gonna let this cool down before we turn her out. Right, it's now time to turn it over. So what we want to do, the easiest route is to get your piece of paper, put it over the top. And so we're still on a wire. Get your wire, pop it on top, and grab hold of it all in the same motion, and then just turn it over. Like that. And there we go. And all we need to do now is let that cool down for around about 1 hour. You can put it in the fridge if you like. That may be an easier route if you live in a really, really hot country, but I'm actually in England and it's stone cold. And my kitchen's okay, it's room temperature, as you could say. But that an hour leaving this out now will be just spot on. All right, now for the icing. All we're gonna do, give it a good mix round. And we start spreading it on the top. Now just to finish it off, what you want to do is just get yourself a grater and some chocolate and just go over the top. I just think that gives it a little bit of a kick. Now for cutting this brownie, what you need is some water and a knife and a cloth. So you're just continuously going to clean it. So first we'll go to the edges, take the first bit off. Gonna go straight down the middle first. And I'm thinking I think that's a reasonable size. So yeah. You can cut them as big as you like, but I think that's quite a reasonable size. So I think you're almost, yeah, it's 10. And there we go. Now I'll taste some. That's absolutely lush. And don't forget guys, your recipe is below the video in the description, and also you can find it on my Facebook at The Traditional Bakery. Please subscribe and please share. And we'll see you again very shortly in the Crazy Baker Kitchen. Laters!